Hi, I'm Walter Collins with Exit One Stop Realty.
And I'm Valerie Womble with Exit One Stop Realty. And we're here with your May 2026 market update. All right, Walter, we are looking at the numbers for the month of May compared to 2025 May. It's very interesting. So our average sales price is up. Average sales price this time last year was $453,000, and now it's at $475,000. So it's gone up about 5%. Our average days on market has gone down, which I thought was very interesting. Last year our average days on market was 72, and this year it's 69. So it's down about 4%. In the month of May, we sold 2,631 homes, which is down about 3% from this time last year. We put under contract 1,926 homes, which is down about 30% from this time last year. So these numbers are just really interesting. Our inventory right now, active residential listings, we have 10,215, which is down about 17% from this time last year. Last year we had about 12,000, a little over 12,000. And then new listings that we took on for the month of May was 3,655, which is down about 11%. So Walter, we were talking a little bit before we got on, and what does all this mean?
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. First off, I do feel like there are some trends in here. One of them is, you talked about the number of listings, total number of listings being down. I've seen the new listing numbers were a little bit lower than the track we saw last year.
Right.
But then there's some other things like days on market going down. I don't know how many months in a row we've talked about days on market has increased, on market has increased. But with the larger push of sales, that will help. And again, this is an average. Also, the overall price. It really, more than any time in my career, it really depends on the location of what the pricing is.
Yep.
There are areas of towns where I'm seeing a 3 to 4% drop.
Yep.
But then there are areas of town where I'm still seeing a 6% gain. I think a lot of it, as always, has to do with the demand of the location.
Right.
So you really want your agent, it's great to talk to you about the whole market, but your specific home might not be affected the same way the whole market is.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And I think that, one of the things that we keep talking about is interest rates play a big part in what the consumer does. Sellers want to sell and make the top dollar, but they also want to make sure that where they're going, they can afford. Affordability is a big thing. Interest rates play a part in that. And then buyers have been kind of on the fence about where interest rates are. And I think where we are in our culture and in our country, things have kind of just settled. And so we see that the interest rates are not really moving drastically one way or another. So if people are looking to move, it's like, okay, do we wait and see if it comes down, or do we go ahead and try to find what we're looking for? There's plenty of inventory. We can find what we want. And if something happens later on, then we can refinance, because as we said before, if that rate for some reason drops substantially, it's going to be a frenzy. People are going to want to move quicker, do those things. It's going to shoot the prices up. So right now, somebody asked me the other day, be honest with me, what do you think about this market? And I said, I love it. I love that my buyers can take their time, find what they want. There's concessions being offered from sellers. Sellers are still getting money and equity out of their home. And so it's just a calm market where we can make educated decisions. We're not saying you're going to have to go over list price if you want this house, and things like that. So I think that we're in a healthy-ish market.
Yeah.
So I think that plays a big part in it too.
Yeah, it really is, in my opinion, a healthy market. And the other thing is, if you look at the rates, we've talked about them going down. From about a year ago, things were hovering around 7%. Now, things are pretty consistently in the 6%. And even after it went up for a few weeks, it still didn't hit to where it was last year. The point I'm trying to make with this is, if you are interested in buying a home, you really need to sit down at the beginning with your agent, with your lender, and understand exactly your affordability.
Right.
If you can afford the property at the rates that are going on now, you will have an opportunity to possibly get a better rate, but at least you can afford it now. The other thing, there are some great programs out there. I know our lender's offering a 1% off the first year that they'll pay for, so you don't have to bring that extra money. Hometown Heroes I saw was approved by the Florida Senate and will be back out again on July 1st, another $50 million in the bank
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
So talk to your agent. We'd love to help you. We've got a lot of great agents that can sit down with you and consult with you and help you make a great decision.
Yeah, more than ever, it's just really important that you work with an agent that has the knowledge and the experience to get you through the buying process or selling process, because there's so many little intricate details that are going into that right now. So we would love to help you. If you are looking to buy or sell, we are happy to help.
Yeah, have a great day.